Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. And in this video I'm going to be showing you some spectator mode secrets in Minecraft, including how to get this beautiful green filter on your screen in complete vanilla Minecraft. So I'm currently in snapshot 21W16A, but this will also work for previous versions like 1.16. So if you like Minecraft videos like this one, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Minecraft videos like it. But let's just get started. So first of all, for the few people that might not know, you can get into spectator mode in Java Edition by using the command gamemode spectator, or by holding F3 and pressing F4 until you get to spectator mode. Also, let me remove this green filter really quick. There we go. You can also hold F3 and press N to switch between your current game mode and spectator mode. So that's the three different ways to get into spectator mode. Sadly, in Bedrock Edition, you cannot get into spectator mode within the normal game. You can use external editors to get into spectator mode, but it also doesn't work very well. But they are promising spectator mode in the future. We don't know when that will be yet. So once you're in spectator mode, you can fly around like in creative, but you can also move through blocks and thus see the entire world below you if you're inside of a block. That's very common knowledge, but what you might not know is that if you use the scroll wheel and scroll up, you can actually increase the speed of the spectator mode player. So as you can see, when sprinting, we can go 90 blocks per second, which is very quick. You can also slow down by scrolling back down all the way until you're completely stationary. You can't move whatsoever until you scroll back up a little bit, then you start moving very slowly. And this does not only include horizontal speed, but also vertical speed. So if you scroll all the way up and then go up, as you can see, we go up very quickly and we slow down, and now we're completely stationary again. So now we will hold shift and scroll up. So we will see that we will start going faster and faster and faster until we reach our maximum speed of 90 blocks per second. And when you're in spectator mode and you press F5 to look at yourself, you will only see a very faint outline of your head. So there we go, there's my head next to a real player head, very faint. But if you're in spectator mode, you will also be able to see invisible entities. So if you go into creative and make this creeper invisible, we can't see it at all. We can't see particles, of course, but if we go into spectator mode, we can actually see the invisible mob, very faint, just like our own head, and this works for all mobs. Then from 1.17 onwards, in spectator mode, you can actually go into lava and see through the lava in spectator mode. So as I said, this is only from 1.17 onwards and not available in 1.16. If we go into creative, we will see that the vision completely goes away. We also get set on fire. But if we go into spectator, we can see everything very clearly through the lava, which can be very handy. Next up, there's actually a control in the controls menu called highlight players spectators. It's normally not set to anything, but if we set it to H, for example, and then press H, we will see that while we're holding H, all players in spectator mode will get the glowing effect. And the color of the glowing effect also corresponds to the team they're in. If we give ourselves glowing with a command, for example, and then this works the same. If you press H, nothing changes. So there's no double glowing or anything like that. In spectator mode, you actually can't change or move anything in your inventory or in any other GUIs like chests or furnaces. You do have a hotbar, even though you can't see it normally. And you can access it by pressing any one of the number keys. So this is the hotbar for a spectator mode player. It says press a key to select the command and again to use it. So there's one teleport to player. Of course, we don't have any players in this world because I'm alone. Secondly, you can teleport to a team member. There's also a next page and close the menu. So we can close the menu with this final barrier block option. And then, of course, there is one of the most important things of the spectator mode. And that is that you can actually spectate mobs or other players. So over here we have, for example, a pig, and if you left click on it like this, you will go into the POV of that mob. You will not be able to move around with your mouse, it doesn't interact with the mob. You'll just see exactly what the mob would see. And you would also walk around with the mob if it's walking. And you can actually see yourself by pressing F5. So there we go. You can go into F5 mode within these mobs. So this is possible for all mobs except for the Ender Dragon. But you can also do this with any entity. So for example, you have a minecart here. If you left click on it, then we see what the minecart sees. We can't move the minecart, but of course the minecart can be moved. Then you will move with it as well. You can dispound any entity by pressing shift or whatever you put your shift key to. Another example of an entity you can spectate is the end crystal. And when you press F5, you just see the end crystal bobbing around. A more exciting one might be primed TNT. So let's see if I can actually make this work. So there's lots of different actions I have to do here. First of all, light the TNT, go into spectator mode and start spectating it. There we go. And then we explode. And then we get immediately dismounted from the TNT as well. So you want to see that from third person. There we go, TNT, and we explode. Go up a little bit as well. But there are a couple of entities that are special and that actually give you different effects when you spectate them. So these are the creeper, the enderman, the spider, and the cave spider. So let's go into spectator mode and let's see these different shaders that they actually apply. So first of all, for the creeper, there we go. You already saw this at the start of the video, but this is what you see when you spectate a creeper. Of course, you can't move yourself because we are spectating a mob. And if we dismount, this shader disappears again. Then we have the enderman, which inverts all the colors of your world. So it just applies an inverted shader, making it all look very, very, very strange. And you can actually see it teleported there, the enderman, and you teleport with it. So if you go back out and go spectate this spider, we will see quintuple vision and a slight blurring and a high FOV as well. This of course because the spider has 8 eyes, so you can see through all of these different eyes. Also, you won't see this shader when you're in F5 mode because, well, it wouldn't really make sense because you're not looking from the eyes. So only when you're in first person. And of course, because the cave spider also has these 8 eyes, we can see this same quintuple vision when we're looking from point of view of the cave spider. But of course, now you're interested to see how you actually get these shaders without spectating the entity, because once you leave the entity, you won't get that same shader on your screen, so you won't be able to move around with it. Let's use the enderman as an example, so let's spectate it. We want to get this vision when we're not spectating the enderman anymore. So what we need to do is, once we're in the enderman, use the kill command. So there are only 2 ways to damage a player in spectator mode. That's using the kill command or by dying in the void. So if you use /kill and respawn, there we go. Now we have inverted vision. So this blue wool over here is now yellow wool and my face looks horrifying. So sadly, this will only be applied while we're still in spectator mode. So if we switch over to creative mode, we will immediately see that it switches it up. So we go back into creative mode. We can go back if we still use the F3 and F4 menu like this. So we can get the vision back if we go back into spectator mode. Also F3 and N will not work here. But once we use the F3, F4 menu, where we can choose the game mode, we can get this view back. And if you press F5 now, it will completely remove the effect and it will be gone forever, even if you use this menu again. So you have to go back into a mob, use the kill command again, and then you can get one of these shaders while moving around freely yourself. So there we go, those were the spectator mode secrets. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Minecraft videos like this one. I want to thank my tier 3 member, the Smikkelaar. Thank you so much for becoming a tier 3 member. If you also want to become a member, click the blue join button below the video to check out the different tiers. There we go. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you in the next one. So until then, bye bye.